Hi there, welcome to another video from Hegarty Maths. It's Mr. Hegarty here, our first video on enlargements, another type of transformation. As always, make sure you've got your 5 essential pieces of equipment, and in particular download the worksheet of the examples I'm going to go through in the video beside the video. Okay, just briefly linking back to prior learning to link the maths together, we will have seen when we did similar shapes, situations like this. Rectangles A and B are similar. Find the value of the length scale factor. Just pause the video and see if you can do that. To find the length scale factor, we take the corresponding sides. That 3 is the shorter side of the rectangle and that's 6. Or equally, we could take this side here, that's 7 and that 14. And we would divide the bigger one by the smaller one, the equivalent sides, to work out the length scale factor. So in shorthand, the LSF, or length scale factor, you could work it out as 6 divided by 3, which would give you 2. Similarly, that's the same as if you did 14 divided by 7, which would also give you 2. So that's the length scale factor. So A can be enlarged to shape B by increasing it by a length scale factor of 2. Two shapes are similar when one is an enlargement of the other. Now we're going to do similar stuff but in the coordinate axes, and we're going to perform transformations that are called enlargements with centers of enlargements this time. So let's start straight away with a question. Pause the video and see if you can have a go. Okay, this question asks us to enlarge a shape, this square here, by scale factor 2, that's length scale factor 2, and it also tells us the center of enlargement is the origin. Now the origin of the axis just means 0.0, 0. So we want to enlarge this shape by twice the size but through a center of enlargement 0, 0. So this is how you do these questions. Step 1, you put a mark by your center of enlargement, which is at 0, 0. Then what you do with your ruler, you draw a faint line between the center of enlargement and each of these vertices, and you extend that line this side and above. So we're going to, with a ruler, draw lines from the center emanating to each of the vertices of A, and also let that line extend down this side as well, because we will need it in future enlargement videos. Now what we have here is a set of what we call ray lines, enlargement lines, that help us find where the enlargement will be. So how do we work out where the enlargement will be? Well, we've got a scale factor of 2, and what we do is we measure how far this center of enlargement is from each of the vertices, and then we double that in order to find out where the enlarged shape will be. So let's do it one by one. So this corner here, or this vertex here, is 1, 1. Now it is 1 to the right and 1 up from the center, so we're going to double both of those and go 1, 2 to the right and 1, 2 up, and that's where that point will become. Notice it's on the ray line. The ray lines are helpful because our points will always end up on the ray lines. Let's do this one here, 2, 1. It is 1, 2 right and 1 up. Because we're scale factor 2, we're going to double it and go 1, 2, 3, 4 right, and not 1 up but 1, 2 up. So it will be there. And it's on one of the ray lines. Next one, let's do this one. 1 across, 2 up. We're going to double the 1 across and double the 2 up. So we go 1, 2 across, and not 2 up, but 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And that's the other point. And finally, we're here at 2, 2. We're 1, 2 right and 1, 2 up from the center. So we're going to go 4 right and 4 up, and we're going to end up here. So there we are. We draw our line segments between, and we mark off our vertices with coordinate descriptions, and we have enlarged shape A by scale factor 2 with center of enlargement 0, 0, or the origin. The original shape is the object, the new shape will be called the image, and we're done. Okay, why don't you try it for another question? Enlarge shape A by scale factor 3, center of enlargement 0, 0. So, we have all the relevant information. The first thing we do is mark the center of enlargement at 0, 0, step 1. The next thing we do is draw ray lines from the center of enlargement to each of the 3 vertices of A through the center of enlargement to each of these vertices very carefully. So let's do that. That helps us mark where we're going to be. And then what we do is we measure how far from the center to each of the 3 vertices. And what we're going to do is that distance we're going to multiply it by 3 because we've got a scale factor 3 to work out where the new enlarged shape will be. So for this one here, if you go 1 right and 1 up, we're going to multiply that by 3 and go 3 right and 3 up. 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3 up. And it will always be on a ray line that helps you know you're doing the right thing. This one here is 2 right and 1 up, so it's going to be 6 right and 3 up. And this one here is 1 right and 2 up, so we're going to multiply it by 3 and go 3 right, and we're going to go 6 up. So there are our new vertices. We draw line segments between them, and we draw in the coordinates of our new vertices, and there we go. We have enlarged the object shape A by scale factor 3 with center enlargement 0, 0 to form our new image. Next one. Pause the video, have a go. So we're again enlarging the shape by scale factor 2 this time, again center of enlargement 0, 0. As before, step 1, mark your center of enlargement. Step 2, draw ray lines from the center of enlargement through each of the vertices very accurately with a ruler as follows. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to remember we've got a scale factor 2, so that means we're going to multiply any distances by 2, and each of these vertices we're going to work out how far from the center. This one here is 1 right, 1 up, so we're going to double it. 2 right, 2 up. It's going to be there on the ray line. This one here is 2 right, 1 up. We're going to double it. 4 right, 2 up. This one here is 1 right, 3 up. We're going to double it. 2 right, 6 up. It's going to be on that ray line. And the last one here is 3 right, 3 up. 3 right, 3 up. So we're going to double it. 6 right, 6 up. And there are 3 new vertices. So showing them clearly, there they are. Draw a line segment between each of them, mark in the vertices, and hence we have our enlarged shape, our image shape, which is an image of the object shape A enlarged by scale factor 2 with center of enlargement 0, 0. And that's it for this particular video. Thanks very much for watching.